Good afternoon. My name is Donna Thiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundance Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Don't forget the podcast, thenewscasters.com, thenewscasters.com. Send an email, donna@donnasedge.com. If you have any ideas of shows you would like for me to talk about, do a little research for you. I love research, so go ahead and send them on. I'll be glad to take it on for you. In an earlier show, just a few minutes ago, we talked about how to store water, but this is also about water. And what I'm going to talk to you about is why you should put a silver coin in water. There's a time for it, so we're going to talk about that. Clean drinking water is essential. Okay, we got to have clean drinking water. It's a component of off-grid living and survival. So without access to clean drinking water, we may not be as healthy as we should be. We could also become dehydrated, so we don't want that to happen. And water is not only crucial for basic hydration, but it's also essential for keeping people alive, keeping you healthy and thriving. So access to a reliable source of clean drinking water is critical for prepping, like a lot of us are doing these days, and also for survival enthusiasts, as it will enable them to stay healthy, safe, just in case of an emergency. So not only preppers need to know about this, everybody does. What if a tornado happens? What if we have in a hurricane area and a hurricane comes through? Sometimes we don't have water for days at a time. And if you don't have any water stored, you're in trouble. So let's talk about this just for a few minutes. So basic container hygiene. Okay, look at this container right here. Now, I spoke on the show just a few minutes ago about bottled water. If I'm at a service station or anywhere, any kind of business, and they are selling bottled water, and I see it sitting outside in the sun, I'm not buying it. I have a problem with that. There's an issue. Even though the container is plastic and even though the container is food grade, if it's sitting out in hot water, I just can't see that it's good for us, okay? So don't buy it, and you might want to even talk to the manager and say, look, that water's been outside. That's not exactly healthy. So clean water is essential for survival. It's vital to ensure water safety, and one way to do this is to ensure that water bottles and containers are kept clean and free from bacteria by washing them with hot soapy water. If this is something that you have your own bottled water that you use, make sure the water is really soapy. Give them a thorough rinse afterward. Give them those little brushes. You get them at the Dollar Tree for like $1.25 now. So make sure you got that and you swish that around down in the bottom of the bottle, because some of those bottles are pretty tall, several inches tall. Can't get your hand in there, because you're drinking out of a small insert right there. So just make sure it's good and clean, okay? Another thing I like to do with my bottled waters is to use vinegar, like just plain old white cheap vinegar. You can put that down in the bottom and swish it through really good. Pour it out. You need to rinse it several times unless you like the taste of vinegar. So anyway, that's a real good thing to do as well. Okay, make sure you store them. This is another thing. Okay, when I'm washing my water bottles, okay, for what I'm going to store my water or whatever in, when I finish washing it, I turn it upside down and put it in a drainer. I want all of that water to drain out. Okay, never store it with even one drop of water in it. It can cause contamination. It's most certainly can. So that's something that you need to make sure you're doing as well. Make sure that it's not a damp environment, because bacteria loves dampness, okay? And mold, you may not even be able to see it. Mold could start growing on it. We don't want that to happen. Okay, now by taking these steps, you're going to make sure that you're not going to have contaminated water or a vessel to drink the water out of. But what about the water itself? Okay, so bacteria can be present in water at its source, introducing bacteria into your equipment. So this is a two-step process. Silver as water preservation agent. Let's dig in this, okay? I'm really interested, and also thank Jared for sending this. Okay, now silver is known for its antibacterial properties, as it can kill bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms that we don't need to be taking into our bodies. Silver ions penetrate bacterial cells when released into liquids and surfaces and disrupt the metabolic process that allows them to survive. Now, silver ions bind into the bacteria cell membranes, blocking the cells from receiving nutrients and causing them to die. So silver is an excellent tool for preppers and survival enthusiasts looking to stay off-grid and live a more sustainable lifestyle. So silver can be used to treat water, preventing the growth of bacteria that can make it undrinkable. It can also create antibacterial surfaces, providing hygiene and protection from disease. Now, is silver safe? So let's talk about that for just a second. Look at that coin right there. Okay, that's a silver coin. Silver has been long proven to be an effective tool for water purification. Okay, it is non-toxic and it can purify large volumes of water quickly and easily. Additionally, silver is more affordable than many other water purification methods, making it an ideal choice for preppers like me and homesteaders as well. So silver has been used since antiquity, and as a natural agent, and by placing a solid silver coin into a water bottle, you can help kill any bacteria that may try to form. Now, in addition, silver coins are a lightweight and cost-effective way to ensure that the water you have with you is always safe to drink. It's a great way to stay prepared for any situation. Now, the silver from a silver coin will not contaminate the water in the bottle. Instead, it will remain safe for human consumption. Therefore, water with a silver coin in it will remain safe from microbial contamination and will remain safe for drinking. Okay, you should never keep any of your prepping items out of the clear where everyone can see them, by the way, not to mention your supplies or water reserves. So you can store your water in a plain sight and you won't have to worry about looters or thieves. Now, only the real McCoy will do. Okay, so there are coins and there are silver coins. There are different kinds out there. So you've got to know the real, okay? So knowing if a coin is solid silver or merely silver plated is vital for preppers. And you can be fooled by this. I've been to thrift stores thinking, oh, that's a silver piece right there. And it would wind up not being full silver. It was silver plated. So let's talk about that for just a minute. Okay, silver plated coins could lose their plating. Okay, so basically it could be copper, or it could be some kind of metal with silver plated over it, okay, which can release other metals into the water if it's not total silver. Therefore, it's essential to use a solid, pure silver coin. To test on whether it is pure silver or not, you can use a magnet. Okay, if the coin is attracted to the magnet, it is not pure silver, as silver is not magnetic. Additionally, you can use a nitric acid test to see if it's silver or merely silver plated. Now, this test involves rubbing a small drop of nitric acid onto the coin. If the coin is silver, the acid will not react and the coin will remain unchanged. However, the acid will create a dull spot or discolor if the coin is silver plated. Let's talk about this again. Now, this is very, very important. Okay, if you use a magnet, and now to make sure it's one of those really stiff, strong magnets. When I come back from commercial break, I'll bring one out here so you can see it. So make sure that it's got to be a good magnet. Okay, not some little cheap metal. It's got to be something that would pick up a spoon. I mean, it's got to, if it's not silver, okay. And again, silver plated. There's a huge difference between the two. Okay, so let's talk about this again for just a second. To check whether it is really silver or not, use a magnet. If it picks it up, if it's attracted to, if it picks it up, that means it has some metal in it, or it could be something else in it. If it doesn't pick it up, then it is pure silver. Now, again, there's a test you can, and I'll bring this when we come back from the commercial break as well. So there's another test you can do with nitric acid onto the coin. If the coin is silver, you need to do all this now before you put it in your water. So if the coin is silver, the acid will not react and the coin will remain unchanged. However, the acid will create a dull spot or discolor if the coin is silver plated. Okay, I think we need to go into a commercial break, and let's go into a break. We'll be right back in just a minute. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers.
My Towels solved the problem that we've all had with towels. You go into the stores and they feel lotiony and soft, but then you get them home and they wind dry you. That's why I made My Towels. They actually work, they're soft, and they absorb. And now I'm excited to announce 2 brand new lines of My Towels. What makes them the best towels ever is they're now made with 100% long staple Shapir cotton. This is a combed ring spun cotton that makes My Towels even softer and more absorbent than ever. And now you get a 6-piece set for an amazing introductory sale price as low as $29.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get My Towels for only $29.98. Or you can get my designer premium line for just $20 more. Either way, you save 50% now on all My Towels. They actually work. What a concept. This offer won't last long, so please order now.
MyPillow.com.
The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462. Okay, so we're back from the commercial break. So while we're on break, I wanted to go and get some items so we can test and see if something is silver or not. Okay, so the magnet I was talking to you about, again, is extremely important. If you're going to put silver in your water, a silver coin or anything like that, then you need to know that it's pure silver. Okay, you can use silver plate, but here's the problem. If that silver plate sits in that water for various periods of time, that can cause contamination, because what's going to happen is the silver that's plated over the metal can wear off, and then you're going to be drinking the part of the process of the metal in your water. You don't want to do that. Okay, now we're talking about a magnet. This is a magnet I have had forever right here. It's extended. I can use it to pick up stuff in the yard if I want to do whatever I want to do, but I use this for jewelry purposes. And so I could be at a yard sale, I could be at Shepherd's Cove thrift shop, and I'm looking at something that looks like it could be silver, and I can bring this with me. And so I'm going to give you an idea. Okay, so this is a bullet casing right here. I make jewelry out of these things right here. Okay, it's metal. It's not silver, but I'm just using this for demonstration purposes. So here we go. Let me do something real quick. Here we go. All right. So I'm just going to put this in my hand and watch this. It's going to pick it up. Okay, now let me do something else. Here's another one. And see how that just picked that up really fast. Okay. And if it has any silver, it could be silver plated. It may show some resistance. Okay. But I'm going to make a demonstration in just a second, but I just wanted to show you. See, again, I can even have this up. See, it just picks it up out of my hand. That means it's metal, okay? It is not silver. So I could buy a bracelet, think I'm buying a silver bracelet, because sometimes it could be, here's the necklace right here. So it could, now see this, I just want to show you. This looks like it could be silver. And it's really pretty. I mean, it really is. So when I made this, I used metal. And I really like the metal. But again, it's not silver. So look, see, it just picks it right up. No silver in that at all. Okay, and so now I'm going to show you a silver coin. And I've got to mail this to Brad. This is a Susan B. Anthony 1979 right here. And I need to get that to Brad. I promised him I'd let him have that. He was born that year. Yeah, little baby was born then. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go right here with the magnet and see it's not picking it up. Okay, now there are some staples right here holding this coin in. It'll pick the staples up, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll go just a little bit closer right here and see it picked up the staples, but I'm going to go right back here to the coin again. It's not picking it up. That's silver. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, again, it'll pick up the metal on the staple, but it won't pick up the coin. So I could get this coin and I could put this in water and it would help to not contaminate. The water would last a lot longer. It's a good thing to do in the summertime. If you have some bottled water and if you can fit it down in there, that way you'll know you'll have safe water. Now I want to show you something else. This is something else I use, and it's called a test stone. You can find these at Amazon. You can pick those up. I've had this for several years, and it takes a really long time to use it. Now, another thing you can do on this stone right here, you can, let's say I wanted to, right here. Okay, so I'll get this necklace, and what I can do is just scrub part of this necklace right here onto this stone. Okay, the magnet works, by the way. Keeps trying to pick it up. Let me move it over here to the side. Okay, so I just scratch a place on this stone. Now there are solutions. The solution actually came with the stone. It's called pure testing. And again, you've got to know beyond the shadow of a doubt, okay, that this is silver before you put it in your water. Okay, because again, something can be stamped that it is, and it may not be because, you know, believe it or not, there are some thieves out there. Okay, so what you would do is put a drop. I'll not do it because I can't, I've got to hold it this way so you can see. But what you would do, where I scratched a part on this stone, I would take this off, I would put a drop on here. Okay, if it dissolves it, it's not silver. If you can still see where I've done a test on a lot of, so I've got to clean off this stone. This is some silver that I have tested, and see it remains on here. Now there's one, this one right here. I don't know if you can see that. In the middle, you can see where the line has dissolved. That means what I was testing was not silver. Okay, so that just kind of gives you a good idea. Now these test kits are really good if you're buying something. Yeah, and pawn shops use this particular kit right here. I use it because, you know, sometimes people say, well, Dawn, I need something. I need to make sure it's gold or whatever, and I can use my little test kit for that. So I can test 10, 14, or 18, or 22 carat on gold. I can do silver, and I can also do platinum with this. But anyway, this is a good thing. If you do use this kit, it is 100% correct. Just wanted to tell you that. Okay, let's go ahead and put this to rest. Okay, now getting hold of real silver. Again, you got to test, okay? Sometimes if you just walk in, let's say you are at a thrift shop or you're at a yard sale or whatever, and this person says, oh yeah, that's real silver. You'll say, okay, here's my magnet. Then they may fess up and say, well, maybe it's not, maybe it's not. That'll be another way you can know whether something's really silver or not. But carry this with you all the time. I have one for my purse, and then I have one I keep right here in my stock here as well. So anyway, you want to make sure that you're acquiring real silver coins, and you can find them in a lot of places. Now, online retailers often offer a wide selection of silver coins in various sizes, denominations, and styles. Now, coin dealers and pawn shops are also great places to find silver coins, as they often have a good selection of rare and collectible coins. Many banks and credit unions offer silver coins, making them an excellent and easily accessible choice for those looking to purchase them. Now, lately, many local coin shows and conventions provide a wide selection of silver coins, allowing preppers to find the perfect ones for their needs. Okay, now here are some other silver options, okay? And I think I've got time for this. I do. Okay, now silver coins were traditionally used to purify water, but several other options are available to preppers and folks like me who just want to have sustainable water, okay? For example, silver metal drops, also known as colloidal silver, can kill bacteria in water. This method is relatively easy to use and requires only a few drops of silver in a water container. However, this silver can be expensive and must be used carefully, so it can cause water discoloration if too much silver is added. I'm just sticking to the coin, okay? First of all, it's going to be cheaper in the long run. Plus, you're adding value to your collection. Another option for purifying water is to use silver wire, and I have that. That's what I make some of my jewelry with. So silver wire has been used for centuries to purify drinking water and can be fashionable into a wide range of shapes and sizes. In addition, silver wire is really easy to use and can be fashioned into various shapes to suit the user's needs. Finally, silver-lined bottles are easy to use and do not require any additional equipment. I didn't know you could get those. So regardless of your chosen method, it's essential to remember that silver effectively purifies water. So each of these methods has its benefits and drawbacks. It's also vital to research each option before deciding which one to use with your survival needs. Now, one other thing I wanted to point out to you is if you have your own bottle that you keep water in and you want to use a coin, I told you about cleaning, using a brush to clean the inside of it. Don't forget to clean the coin too. Okay, I would do that as well. I like to use vinegar. And again, make sure you also clean the coin, okay? How much do I use? Okay, so in terms of quantity, the amount of silver needed to keep a given amount of water pure can really vary depending on the application. For general use, an approximate guideline is that 2 grams per gallon is sufficient in keeping bacteria and other contaminants at bay. Also, silver can be used in reservoirs, but it's essential to remember that silver is not a filter and should not be combined with other filtration methods to ensure the water is entirely free of contaminants. You can also build a rainwater harvesting and purification system that will give you an endless supply of clean water to drink and cook with. That's something else I'm going to do this summer. And I'll take a video so you can see how I do that. Now, here's the question. Is one coin enough? Okay, a silver coin can keep fresh water for an extended period, but the amount of silver needed depends on how much water you want to stay fresh. Generally, 3 liters of water would require 3 to 6 grams of silver. Therefore, if using a silver coin, you would want to choose a coin that has at least 1 ounce in weight or 28.35 grams. Okay, and also if you're going to use a scale for that, use something that is required, say from the United States Postal Service. Okay, and they can give you some good ideas on what scale works. Now, when not to use a coin, okay, you know, when to use it, when not to. Silver coins are not recommended for camelbacks since they can be difficult to remove and may damage the material. Instead, you may use a silver wire or silver mesh. That's important too. Silver wire is a thin strand of silver that can be woven into a mesh and placed in the water container to keep it fresh. Silver mesh is a more durable option and it can be reused. Both silver wire and silver mesh can be purchased from various online retailers. Okay, I hope this has been effective and I hope you've learned something. I know I have. So I just want to thank you for sending information. I definitely appreciate that as well. Again, silver coin, you know, make sure you shop from someone reputable when you're doing that. I would I prefer to use the silver coin because that's just going to go up in value. If I use something that I'm going to put into the water, it's not going to up in value. So that's another important thing to remember. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters, and I love researching for you. Absolutely. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications. You can also find us on Abundant Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Check out the podcast at thenewscasters.com. I appreciate you watching.